Starting off, we are now on Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Horn of the Abyss once again. A new title screen. Coatl, I think, facing off against a Haspid. Sure. It's pretty nice looking. But of course, the first and foremost thing, is going over the new faction factory. Of course, just do a random map. I don't know. Does it matter? Not really. Just do the typical stuff here. Gravel. We'll set it to gravel. Why not? And of course, let's go ahead and look at this and hope it doesn't break. So we got Henrietta, leadership luck, a basic, 3 stacks of halflings. Increases speed of any halflings and halfling grenadiers by 1, and their attack and defense skills by 5% for every level rounded up. Okay. Got Sam, offense and tactics with the mechanics specialty, which has an effect every 2 levels, and 3 stacks of mechanics. Not bad. I mean, tactics is kind of useful in this case, but I'll go over that more later. They'll become more evident as the turns go on. Got Tancred. Advanced Archery, tiers 1 to 3. So he also has the Armadillos. He's got the Gunslinger specialty, which I guess makes sense since he's starting with Archery. Of course, Archery does help with the Halflings early on. Melchior does have Diplo, basic Diplo leadership. Same sort of deal. Let's see. Floribert, armor first aid. Actually, it has the least amount of army, but I think first aid was changed to be more consistently useful. So it may work out now. Got Winona, archery and scouting, so scouting specialty, tiers 1 to 3, fine. Dury has offense and armor, okay, for armor specialty, that's decent, for sure. Tiers 1 to 3, army-wise. Artillery and ballistics, the ballista specialty. And less army, only tier 1 and tier 3, kinda eh. Of course, Armadillo specialty, haste. Wisdom and basic pathfinding. It's 2 stacks of Armadillos, which I guess is fine. 1 tier 1. Got Todd. Automatons. Basic wisdom and basic tactics again, so tactics decent for this faction. At least what I personally think. Shield, he does have automatons in his starting army, interestingly enough. Should be tier 3, tier 4, and tier 1, so alright. Automatons are a bit special in their own way, though. Gar, tier 1 to tier 3 with advanced wisdom and Sandwurms specialty. Bertram, wisdom and scholar, nice. Decent scout hero if he gets the levels. Tier 1 to 3. Gold specialty with magic arrow, alright. We got Rathmon with frenzy specialty. Tier 1 to 3. Wisdom and intelligence. And also frenzy, of course. Attack bonus is increased by 3% for every N hero levels, but it's scaling based on the level of the targeted creature. So, more effective on earlier tiers. So we have the same thing with a lightning specialist here, with wisdom and sorcery. Sorcery, I think it's improved in this. I still don't like it. Tier 1 and Tier 3, of course. It's fine. Warrior, Artificer, of course the landmine meme. It's the same effect as the others. Also, starting off with learning isn't really good. Tier 1 to Tier 3, and last but not least, we've got Ian Swipe. Ian Swipe is an interesting name. Basic Wisdom and Estates. Specialty Weakness. The effect being increased for certain levels. I guess not increased for Tier 7. Which, I mean, I guess... I mean, you're not really going to be using weakness anyway. Tier 1 to Tier 3, and that's about it. So of course, I guess we'll just do... Let's do a Henrietta start. I don't know. Seems like the pretty obvious decision. We'll play on something a bit lower in terms of rating for this showcase. Just so I can get the ball rolling faster. 8XMA, or 8XM12A, why not? Just picking something to just get this started. No tournament rules. Who knows? Who knows what the template has in store for us either? I don't remember what this does. A prospector, sure. Actually, we do want to use you as the main hero, probably. We're gonna also keep everything here. So of course we got the Tier 1, Tier 2 Halflings with 4 attack, 2 defense, 24 shots, 1 to 3 damage. A bit low on the health there with only 4, 5 speed, which goes up to 6 with Henrietta. Coraxstone is the name of the town, sure. Got Sam, so we got our mechanics. Actually, I'm kind of curious. It could be a good switch too, just because of the tactics, because leadership and luck are kind of... I mean, they're memes in their own right. Sam is actually a decent choice with all of the other units here. Of course, let's see the mechanics. Mechanics have 6 attack, 5 defense, 2 to 4 damage, 14 health, 6 speed. They have breath attack, sure. They do have a flamethrower. And they also repair mechanical creatures 10 hit points per mechanic. Which technically we won't get to see currently. Sure, I'll do the switcheroo now, why not? See what the prospector is. Just ore. Skeletons on the first little block there. We'll keep the 1 stacks minimum. Of course, Clancy's here, but interference and pathfinding now. Let's just see it. Makes sense to just fight this out. Yeah, not bad. Actually did see the button there. Okay, so they just go to the creature and repair it. Fine. Maybe a bit excessive on that animation speed. Not bad on the dragon breath. Sorry, fire breath, even though it shouldn't. I don't really know if it's a... It's not really a breath attack anymore, is it? I guess it's like the simplest way of explaining it. So of course we can upgrade the halfling abode, or adobe. Engineers, but we need to build a blacksmith. We can build a ranch straight up. And a factory needs a blacksmith first. Make the automatons. the catacombs, which allows us to build sandworms. Seems it needs some resources, so this is probably a nightmare for 200%. Yeah. So the interesting thing about the Serpentarium is you could probably, with its current build path, you can get a castle day 7. You need to be in a very lucky situation for that. Or a very rich template. Actually do have a halfling hut, which I imagine would give us more. We'll get Clancy out, whatever. Of course, we didn't really go into the other unique structures here yet. Really, I'm just hoping the game doesn't crash. That's what I'm hoping for here. Oh yeah. They added a new button, the visit object button. It's just pressing spacebar, but instead you get the click functionality instead of using spacebar if you don't have that. I almost got one of every town. How sad. Of course, we have a bank. Bank allows us to get a gold loan of 2,500. Increases the income of the town for 5 days by 500. Costs 5 ore and 500 gold, which we lose permanently for that. But it could be seen as a good way of maybe getting a town or like a structure or income building before the end of the week. That way it pays itself off. We also get the artifact merchant, and we get a mana generator here. So the mana generator gives a garrison hero 20 additional spell points during any siege defense. They don't leave, or they don't follow a hero who leaves the town. Fine, and we get a pen. Just increases Armadillo production by 3. Of course, we haven't seen the Mage Guild yet. It goes up all the way to level 5, of course. Which is nice. Ah, curious. See, this is still a thing. So we get some unfortunate terrain obstacles there. Go for clearing this block real fast. And they do a lot of damage, but they desperately need to be blocked by some type of unit because otherwise they just get utterly demolished. I imagine they're not particularly good in range combat either. Hello, Corbin, welcome to the stream. Doesn't look depressing enough. I mean, it's pretty chill. It's not Forge, but it is definitely Factory. It's its own thing in some parts. Why do I have a name? Alright. So of course we could have built the halflings up. Well, that's juicy, isn't it? It's a horde of engineers. Never mind. Go back and upgrade these bad boys. So the difference, let's see, we get one more attack, one more speed, and one more minimum damage. Okay. We need all sorts of resources. We need crystal a bunch. 32 crystal? Yeah, so I think Wasteland, it's at least 150% terrain penalty. Or 175. One of the two. So I know there's another object around that reduces the movement penalty on Wasteland terrain by 50% essentially. Just chilling, I guess. Automatons guarding a royal armor mix. How generous. So build a rancher. Armadillos, 5 attack, 10 defense, 3 to 5 damage, 25 health, and 4 speed. Oof. 4 speed is, yeah. This is the problem. At least part of the problem with this faction is, from what I've seen, it depends heavily on the halflings getting you to the tier 7. Which is a big ask, if you ask me. They'd simply, well, I mean, they're pretty much sprites, but ranged. Do a ton of damage, but of course they're tier 1s that are also ranged, so they're going to get prioritized and pretty much bled to death by any AI or human. Well, maybe not human player, but it's definitely a nice little target for the AI. They look more like industrial leprechauns, yeah. Don't know if I'll build a bank. We'll see. Curious. So Wayfarer's boots might not be too bad, but we probably won't see Wasteland terrain a lot here. Could build a catacombs for the Sandwurms. I think I'll go Mage Guild, maybe? Actually, no. Well, I do need to build a Mage Guild eventually. Still. Other body or armor of wonder there. Fun. I'm glad this is a thing. It's probably just something that can happen on this template, to be perfectly honest. So it is reasonably close, it's just perhaps the generation is a bit rougher. In this case, oh well. Yeah, I guess we'll build the Sandwurms, tier 5. Gene attack, 12 defense, 12 to 16 damage with 50 health. 8 speed, so alright. Moves underground, so I guess that's sort of just teleporting. I wonder if it can go through moats and walls and other obstructions like that. Moats might be a hard ask, but maybe it does still. Of course, it's also immune to blind and stone gaze, which makes sense because it doesn't have eyes, it would appear. Yeah, they keep losing stuff. Come on. Not asking for much here, just a bit of a wait time. Just a bit of waiting. Just want to clear this out just for the giggles. Just to see what it has. Might lose something here. No, we're just fast enough because of the specialty there. Good thing. Good thing that happened then. Well, there is an obelisk. It is on Wasteland. That's kind of funny that it's on Wasteland. I find the specific trees though. mean, I think we need a bit more info. Ah, yes. As is tradition, the amulet of the Undertaker makes an appearance. We'll just go for wisdom early, I suppose. Clancy, you gotta go back. We can get the Bellwether Armadillos. We'll see, that's not happening because of the wood problem. Seemingly. No, we do have wood there. It's more so a problem with build order because I did upgrade this, means that I can't get castle with the Serpentarium anymore. I mean, that is a feasible sort of build order to get one of the tier 7s out fast, but then you're kind of stuck with it. The entry sort of, well, I mean, the marketplace and blacksmith wants you to get that city hall up, I suppose. Yeah, it's a bit sad, isn't it? Some grenadiers. This should be fine. It's better for us, actually. Dogs I don't even want to face, typically, because halflings will definitely die there. I'm not even going to be able to afford castle at this rate. That's a scuff start for sure. Just needed to flag that. I mean, not too shabby with just the tier 1s and mechanics extra. Not much else to know. It looks... I mean, the structures and everything look very clean. Sharp in detail. Shields. Okay, I actually can't go. Fine. I think I can reach, though. Maybe morale helps, who knows? Partially. You can straight up kill all of them. So we lost less there. Oh, they also have the range attack ignoring 20% of enemy's defense skill in case you need even more damage. Apparently. It's a bonkers. I mean, it's definitely one of the better tier 1s, if not the best. I mean, sprites. I mean, it's hard to beat out sprites, but they might do it. Of course, the rest is sort of, well, I haven't really used them, so hard to say. Guess we'll get a pen. And hope that we get more wood from the prospectors, who seem to be panning for resources. Guess we'll see what hero we get as well. Flory Birch. One of the... And I guess the first aid was reworked there. Was it just sulfur? Guess that might be just sulfur or gold. So a different mystical garden. Of course, we've hit sulfur multiple times. Nice, thank you for the follow. Hello there. Engineers shouldn't be too difficult. I guess blacksmith. Let's just build up the city hall then at this rate. I am doing good. How are you? We're just checking out some factory gameplay here. While also being in a bit of a pickle. The sawmill. So I'll upgrade. Nancy can send this his way. I suppose, like, it should be fine. Should be fine. Let's be extra cautious, though. Engineers seem to have one more attack, one more maximum damage, 2 more health, and 1 more speed, and repair for 10 more hit points per engineer. Happy New Year as well to you. To you too. Right, yes. That is my own fault. Classic. Your Magi, I mean, not really the best. Do you like this game? As far as Heroes of Might and Magic 3 goes, I like it a lot. As far as Swarm of the Abyss, I think it's decent. Although they've done some questionable changes in my opinion. Okay, you are not supposed to move. At least going off of like all the Cove and other updates. There were some changes, like the first aid rework makes it more consistent, makes it better. Still not going to use it, but I suppose it's better than leaving it as is with like 1 to 125 healing. Instead, it should be like 80 to 100 at expert, I think. So, somewhat better. I mean, it's still first aid, so it's not too useful. Actually do need to figure out what I'm doing for wood. Otherwise, this is going to be rather lackluster. Am I about to chain for a sawmill? Okay, you should definitely give Clancy one of these, so he's not stuck. Can I even upgrade these? I could. Sure, you know what, why not? Get the Olgoy Korkoi, maybe. So they devour corpses for additional strikes now. They got 10 more health, 2 more speed, 2 more attack. Guess they're our fastest unit now. Just do a bit of this. Try and get this as fast as I can. The wood. I don't know if I'll be able to see this corpse devouring. Might be time for the bank. We don't get any more gold, at least. I think we just keep going forward and hope they don't have more towns. 126 grenadiers, not too shabby. Armadillos, I don't even know why I took those, honestly. So 8 attack is ridiculous. But it is buffed by +3, I think, right now. Okay. Got more obelisks, so we might get enough information there. We shall see. Could have a crypt for money, too. Fancy, honestly. I was gonna give you that, Grenadier, but I think I'll send you underground instead. Okay, well, very limited usefulness, but I suppose now we know. Get the other obelisk with you. Try these worms. We actually lost one, barely. Okay. As the AI went in, they just put their mouth forward, apparently. Archers, I'm not gonna bother. Wyverns, I'm not gonna be able to beat with just these 7 worms. Meh. I have more wood now, though, so we may try and get tier 7 here in a bit. That's cool. Oh, look at them. Maelstrom. Did you ever play Coral Island? If it's a HotA scenario, no, I have not. If it's a game, I have never heard of it. Alright, where is this dum-dum? Could have sworn there was another town. See a stone. It's not the right stone, though. So it's in a different wasteland biome, sadly. Well, actually, it's swamp and wasteland. What? That's why. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I see it. No, I don't, because there's no tree there. How is that? That has lined up with both of the areas? Yeah, but this is a tar pit, right? Actually, I don't know if that's gonna show up on the map. Sometimes those map objects are not included. Yeah, nothing to see there. I'll pass on that offer. Thank you, though, anyway. Mummies. We'll take the crystal, actually. Sure, we'll get the bank. Get the bank to possibly get the capital a bit earlier. We'll see if it works out that way. So if that's the case, then that bank pays off for itself, even though it does... It's not needed necessarily. I guess we don't technically need the bank in this case if we picked up the campfire after killing the golems, but I'm lazy, I'll take the loan, why not? Take the loan, build the castle. Oceanids, that's manageable. They are quick. To be fair, I don't really have a budget right now, so I can't really take you up on that offer, unfortunately. Wouldn't be a fair offer for you. Not that it would be offered. Yeah, go back. Why not? Guess you can pick up the halflings or something. Watchtower. Now we were saving for capital. In a strange way, it's sort of unoptimal now because we're getting it very early. But if we can get both of our tier 7 in the next week, that would be nice. Just enough. Okay. This might be a rough fight, unless they don't want to fight it. I didn't want to fight it though. No. Okay. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time and my troops. We get to see whatever this guy has. Ash with an interesting amount of army. Okay. Yeah, there are the magic arrows, of course. 200. That's a lot of damage. 280 to 420. Do we have speed advantage? I think we do. For archery? I guess. I guess we'll take it, but... Well, we have to get our bounty hunters or whatever. Gunslinger, sure. For that to be effective later. So of course, we did take out that loan, so it's a bit of an odd income. There's the gold from that. So it is just a mystical garden, but for the Wasteland. I don't know, why sulfur though? I mean, yeah, it fits. Fits with that object. Map object makes sense. I just don't know why they want the sulfur. For the watchtower, maybe, I guess. I don't think anything. I mean, I guess the Mage Guild would want sulfur, but that's typically the case. We have the Automatons as well now. 12 attack, 10 defense, 7 damage fixed. Interesting. 30 health and 8 speed. So I guess if you build up to tier 4 and upgrade to tier 5, you do have some speedy units, but they're still under other tier 4s and 5s that are faster, or even tier 3s. Which is why I feel like tactics is sort of necessary for the halflings to live. Also, what does it say? Already got your loan? Ah, come on. Just go to a different bank, right? Because technically you could do that if you have multiple factories up and running. Let's get a... I would say just keep going. Keep going and see if the training post will take some stuff. Came from the south. Kinda curious if I can outdamage this. Well, it's what? 6 speed? Maybe not 1 stack, but... Maybe not 2 stacks, but maybe 1 stack can do it. Hopefully that's enough to one-shot one of them. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, they're different now as well. Okay. This is different. Zombies. Oh, that's a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward because this is not the same as when I used to do it. Cool. Really doing a lot here, huh? Actually, I guess it would have been enough. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for morale, but alright. This was horribly done anyway. I can give up 1 stack to make it this block. Or I'll do that instead, never mind. Rip halflings. Yeah, this isn't viable to go through anymore. Such a shame. Gunslingers, that's a lot of money for that too. Oh, 17 attack, 12 defense, 16 shots, 14 and 24 damage. 45 health, yeah, that's low. I mean, that's, I guess, high for a ranged shooter, but... Actually, I don't know. What is Cyclops? I think a Cyclops would still have more health, though, so, like... It's kinda, So we'll try it out. Try it out and keep going. Can devour. Should be fine. Nice. So we have the training post there now. Yeah. I mean, back when I did churchyards, they were like 5x20s. So I guess they made it so you can't micro ranged units as much anymore. Although that was really an optimal setup for that anyway, with the way I was doing it. So I only had 6 speed on the halflings, so they wouldn't really escape the dead. What a shame. Just the money. Can get both, I just need more money. Maybe there isn't. Yeah, I guess there aren't secondary towns in this case, but more so just connected to other enemy towns. It has been a while since I played on this. This is a real damn shame too. We get crystal each day. I guess it makes sense. Actually, when did we take this loan? 2-7? Yeah, I guess one more day of that. Quattros. Kinda wanna see you, but it's kinda taking a bit too long for this right now. No, I guess we can test out the automatons as well. With someone, eventually. Sulfur I don't need as much. Mercury. This can go down to 11? No, I needed more ore, didn't I? Yeah, I needed the ore. Didn't need as much as the wood. Sure thing. Get the Serpentarium for the Coatls. 17 attack and defense, 25 to 45 damage, 160 health, and 11 speed. They fly and are able to skip a turn and get temporary invulnerability. Alright. It's 2,000 gold, so it is pretty cheap. I need mage skill level 2. 20 crystal and 15,000 gold. Damn. Okay. So they are rather cheap and weak. Flying tier 7. That's not. It's sort of similar to Hydra, but faster. I think less stats. Well, that's not really the most fair comparison. Let me see. Ah, do I want to lose all of my halflings instantly? No, but it is another town. Eh. You didn't visit those? It's kind of oof. Kind of a big oof on my part then. There's automatons against what, though? Familiars? Kinda just want to see what the detonation does. It's what, 5 per week? No, 10 per week. Yeah, I guess we can test it. Try like 2 maybe, so we can figure out whatever damage scaling there is. Also spending money though. Oh, that's close, but it's the wrong tree. So not near swamp anyway. Oh yeah, that was that map object I was talking about earlier that removes the pathfinding penalty. Until the end of the week, of course. I don't think this was the same hero. I thought... I don't know. I mean, clearly this isn't enough, because the castles are just going to decimate the grenadiers. They weren't able to get their ore pit because of the armadillos there. Still got the castle up. Sure, I'm sure it's gonna be something godly. Earthquake, nice. It's really not looking too good for this army. I mean, I do have enough. Well, no, I'm 1 off on the crystal. Yeah. 1 off on the crystal and short on the gold for this week. So we can see this. Without skipping a turn. Activate destination at depth without skipping a turn. Okay. $75 damage. Why? Is it really 80? What? It's 75 and then it did 80. That's kind of... It's kind of mid. So you have to lose the unit to even... I mean, yeah, I mean... It's something new, I guess, but not ideal, honestly. Alright, let's just speed this up. I don't necessarily want to play this out. I have the Dreadnoughts, 18 attack, 20 defense, 40 to 50 damage, 200 health, and 6 speed. Since we've activated Go Fast mode, I may as well just do this now. Let's see. It's not necessarily a legit way of seeing this, but it's a faster way. skeletons. So we got the heat stroke here. Of course, this is all mechanical, so it can be repaired. The heat stroke, you can only use stationary. It's a stationary ability, at least for now. Let's see if the upgrade has it. May as well laser them. Let's see, what's the next one? Need a resource silo for it, sure. We also didn't see this little ability yet either. This just skips a turn. Curious. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do a lot of damage. It can't even kill the hobgoblins with these stats and offense. It is just one, but that is not too good. Just jabs him. It's a bit underwhelming, but I guess it is a low cost. So let's see if the gantry has anything. May as well get the Juggernaut up there. Curious if you can use heat stroke even. Hey, so it was 100, let's see, 100 health, plus 5 attack, plus 3 defense, and 1 more speed. Cost increases by 1500 gold and 1 crystal per troop. That's it. The heat stroke is still a stationary thing. Just, hey, you know, that's... I feel like that's fair because it is somewhat better Hydra attack. And if it's there, it's gonna do that. So it punishes anyone that's like trying to protect ranged shooters, essentially. I wonder if the AI can actually take account of that, you know? Right, yeah, you're sort of doing nothing now. Mage guilds. I mean, seems rather slow. Like, they don't really get a faster than 12 speed. This is 10. Doubt that's gonna get anywhere. Autos are 11, I think 15 for the upgrade. We'll just pass the turn. Let's hurry this up. Crimson Coatls. Really, not even... 4 attack, 4 defense, 40 more health, and 4 more speed. They have invulnerability without skipping the turn now instead of skipping a turn. So I guess that's why they're on the weaker side. Let's see. Hypothetically, right? essentially no retail. Can't even attack us. And yeah, it is... I was kind of expecting a damage boost. Doesn't seem like they do a lot, but... the ability is the reason for that, but I think it's overly cautious. I suppose if you get Bless... I don't know why I checked, I already have the scroll there. If you were to get Bless, yeah, I could see that being good. Let's see if I can tank. Oh, right, they're gonna explode, so this is gonna be not great. Automatically do that. That was 100. This is like a terrible neutral AI to fight. You can't do anything about that. I mean, it does friendly fire, okay. It's so strange. So it does 75 base plus 5 for every unit in the stack. Yeah, it's gonna be horrible to fight. I'm not looking forward to fighting automatons. Seems like you have to kill them before they get to you, and then... I mean, obviously. I'm surprised, like, they can... They prepped for that detonation, but, like, what's the point of that? I don't get why they have to prep for that, because it doesn't skip their turn anyway. Nice. Nice muscle memory there. So yeah, oh, I didn't check this. Of course I didn't. It does go up to level 5, alright, yeah. Let's see, Bounty Hunters. 1 more attack, 2 defense, 8 more shots, 1 more speed. Preemptive shot is now limited instead of once per round, so I guess neutral AI are gonna get injured there. But otherwise, I don't know. Minimum damage is not increased, so it's still that wacky range. Don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe there's something I don't understand. Just doesn't seem that strong of a faction. Which makes sense because they have 2 tier 7 structures, so the payoff is in the late game, and even then, and the worms have potential. Worms are alright. Armadillos, I don't even know if you would want to use these. They're so defensive. They're essentially just siege defense. I mean, 4 speed as a tier 3, oof. Not great. So skip their turn now. Sentinel automatons. Oh, I see. The Sentinel automatons have no enemy retaliation and 2 more damage. And 1 more speed. I imagine they explode for slightly more, so probably like 5 to... I think it was 10 for these guys instead of 5 for everyone. It's just very annoying to fight, and no enemy retaliation if they get to you as a neutral stack. Eesh. It almost costs as much as the V-Lords do. I guess you get more of them. You get 2 more. Still pretty pricey. Yeah. It's very peculiar. Heroes are, I mean... I'd say the heroes are somewhat subpar unless you actually get tactics going on one of them. Early on, you don't really... I mean, especially 200%, you're not going to have any of these. You're not even going to have, like, upgraded halflings, because it costs mercury and sulfur, which you may or may not find early on 200% at least. Almost done using up all of our resources as well. See the Bellwether Armadillos. 1 attack, 1 defense, 2 speed, a little bit more in cost. Yeah, it's probably the worst. It's probably the worst, but also the pen exists, so maybe... Maybe they see it as like a defensive measure there, I don't know. Mechanics can be useful for, I guess, the Automatons and the Juggernauts if they actually like repair what was broken. That's gonna be another matter of keeping them alive. After the halflings die, they're the next target. Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's about it. It seems like the Juggernaut is... I mean, that is pretty good. It can be repaired by the engineers as well. The halflings are essential for the early tempo. I mean, you have to keep them alive the whole time, and if you try and kill anything that's just faster than them, it's gonna be a disaster, especially if you can't set up the 1-stacks fast enough. I guess the 1-stacks are mechanics, because that's just... I mean, that's faster than the halfling, but it's still slow. Could have 1-stacks these guys, maybe. I mean, 10 speed is still not enough. I mean, it's a very unique faction. It has a lot of different little things that no other units do have. I just don't know, like, the devouring corpse thing is strange. Does that give them more retaliations as well, or is that just when they declare an attack? Doesn't really seem necessary. Because it uses up the turn. These are just going to be annoying to fight against. And they're very pricey for what they are. I mean, they're pricey because the detonation is obscene with 1-stacks as well. So you can go that route where you use them as one stacks to destroy other enemies. Or you just stack them up and use them with enemy retaliation. They're also mechanical, so I guess you can bring them back is the whole point too. I mean, that's... Okay, well this is without any of them bought, right? Armadillos, I don't even... Armadillos are the worst thing here. That's essentially just used for siege defense. Guess there's one more thing to look at, huh? I need to look at this, right? Need to look. Oh. Actually, what do I need to do that? I need to do that in the building. Nope. Maybe it doesn't even work. It does. It does work outside of the town, apparently. Alright. Have lightning rod for the grail structure. Does all the standard stuff, and it also strikes all enemies with the lightning the first round of every battle. Damage is based on total building count. So I guess, do we even get... no. Sure, we'll do that. Nah, let's see. 20 zombies. 20 zombies, so 18. We got 360 health. Let's see, so it's like a chain lining animation, and it did 168 with all of the buildings. That's it. That's all it does. Which I don't know. I think that's also underwhelming. So when you get a grail, it is a persistent effect, but it only lasts for the first turn. So it's seemingly pretty underwhelming because later on it's gonna do nothing. Yeah, it's pretty... yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. On one hand, you could sacrifice heroes to try and like hit and run. I'm pretty sure they also changed that. I think they made hit and run a global change, so it just affects all modes of the game. But I think maybe that's like the one thing that like gets a workaround. Let me check. So it might not even count as casting a spell, so it's probably the only thing you can do now to... Really, you don't have ADs though? Oh, interesting. That's what happened. Never mind. I upgraded this town as well. Huh. Say Armadillo, sure, whatever. Okay, I need to do that properly, not like this. I need to keep my hero alive at least, so maybe like that. Yeah, let's do that. Did not hit the free. Huh? Oh, that was dumb as well. Really showing off my skills here. Oh, I did hit the free, okay. Let's see. I must have just not noticed it. This is like the one viable thing you can do with this. It's like, I'm sure if I did this... Yeah, I legitimately can't retreat anymore. Wow. So as soon as I cast a spell, I can't. You just take away the option immediately. Incredible. So now you can hit and run, but you need to bring enough units. It doesn't really change that much, so I don't see the point of even enabling that rule. Aside for PvP, of course, because... Oh, nice. They love their PvP. Yeah, if you have enough money, you can just start doing this. What does it matter, right? So eventually you run out of movement, but then you can just buy another hero, right? I don't even need to buy more units. That's like such an expensive way of utilizing that Grail effect that it's more likely not even worth it. Unless you're like in dire need of protecting a town from a siege. That's sort of just disappointing, but I guess it does something. And it fits with the theme of the game. It should be more so... Town building count, like... It's doing 168 damage, and it was... I don't think it was changed based on getting the other towns, so it's just off of this one town specifically. I guess building the Grail here is also... I guess that's the main buff for it, because that lightning ability is just pretty weak. Pretty weak unless you tavern hit and run, because it's tavern hit and runs. That's it. Not much more viability than that, I'm afraid. Unless you're like still clearing out tier 1s and tier 2s. With your scouts, maybe? It wouldn't even kill all of them, though, in some cases. If I were to fight these gnolls... Alright, never mind. Maybe the zombies instead. 8. Got it. It's good. Good roll. Even do this? You can do that. I suppose that helps for creature banks and whatnot, so I guess you could snowball. This ultimately creates a weaker creature bank. I'm not really showing that off. I mean, that was just 10 griffins, so it would have been easy to solo. What's the next thing that would be? It doesn't help for Utopia. Might help for this. Yeah, I mean, you also get the invulnerability. Skeleton Transformer. Damn, chill. Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, I would say the faction is pretty fragile because like you need to keep the tier 1s alive. You need to keep the tier 2s alive for the mechanical units later on. I guess you could like synergize with. Let me see if this actually works. So well, they're gonna get destroyed anyway. So they have 300 health, which is more than enough for our engineers. That happens. Chat is down. Why is chat down? Okay. Might not even. Oh no, I just auto-ranged it though. It's gonna kill it with the explosion, I think. Oh, but I didn't prep it. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Recovers 1,000 hit points. Sure. 1 repair only. Okay. So it's only 1 repair. So you have to, like, hold on to these units, though. The halflings don't have enough health, so they're just gonna disappear, and then the engineers are the next target, unless you replace it with a different tier 1 by the time the halflings are gone. In a PvE sense. Yeah, you know, I'm in the theme. Theme is pretty cool. The song isn't too loud, and it definitely fits with the steampunk nature of this. Tier 1 upgraded is like a must for early tempo into tier 7s potentially. Engineers you have to keep alive for the other mechanical units. I guess the automatons you can sacrifice and have them explode on people. Be what, 10 or 15? So 15, if it's 15, then it's 150 damage if they're unupgraded, or 225 if they are upgraded. And they also have no retaliation, so I guess these are pretty good with the engineers. It's essentially a vampire. It's vampire lords with extra steps. Which I guess that's why they cost so much, is because the engineers can also bring them back. So, decent or better. Worms are, I would say, somewhat better, tier 5. Bounty hunters are a bit disappointing. It's not like they're gonna fire back at any castle towers, and then ranged units might not even target these guys anyway. So then it would just fall down to like neutral AI attacking these guys when you can't reach the shooters in time. But they're also tier 6 and they cost a bunch, so and you also need them for the gantry to even be a possibility, I'm pretty sure. Juggernauts are nice. They're also mechanical, so you need the engineers to be alive again. Somewhat synergistic in that nature. Coatls, I'd say they're beat up, but they're a bit on the weaker side. But the invulnerability is a plus. Maybe an increase in damage for their upgraded version. Just minimum damage +5 maybe. I don't know. They do a lot of. Well, I mean, I would hope they have a lot of potential for clearing out creature banks like that. But it's only one turn of invincibility. So I suppose if you split them up, but then it takes forever to attack with them or kill anything with them. So yeah, it's a decent faction. Maybe a bit subpar. Either decent or average, because like one of the tier 7 being weak is fine because they get 2 tier 7 structures, and then some of the other units aren't really optimal. The Armadillos, I don't like, they're pretty much just defensive measures. Automatons can synergize with it. Automatons can synergize with the engineers. Same goes for the Juggernauts if the engineers are still alive and you have a stack of those guys. Bounty hunters don't really do too much. Olgoy Korkoi. It's an interesting name, but Halfling Grenadiers are like pretty much the go-to. I guess you could like either try and get tactics and / defend them with 1 stacks, or rush resurrection. Rush resurrection with advanced earth at least, because they are fragile. And anything like faster than 10 speed will pretty much get to them and evaporate them. So I guess you'll need like the Olgoy to need the worms to actually protect, or at least automatons are, well, yeah. Actually, no, I understand the prep now, because the prep, you want them to have the option for prep so they don't just blow up your own units. Okay. That's why it's not auto on, because that's just a troll move. Hello video, welcome to the stream. Will you try the new campaign? I will at some point. Not today, no. I was just trying to get a glimpse of this, and I may start on the HotA campaign after I do the SOD scenarios at this point. I think that was always the plan. But I was going to do all of the campaigns. But I think at this point I may as well just start on the factory one and see how rough that's gonna be, if it works. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, alright. It's about all I have to say for factory's sake for now. Okay. You're not gonna show me there, but you're gonna show me here. Thank you for the follow video. Much appreciated. I mean, Sam seems like the best option, or well, at least one of the best. Henrietta, definitely for the halflings to be in the army early on. possibly main just for the specialty, but the secondary skills are not great. Dury is a good potential main hero too, with the armor specialty. And offense off the bat works well with most of the units there. I don't know. I was looking forward to the landmine one, but like the effect for the spells are just bland. I mean, honestly, it's probably not even their own faults. Just copying off of what was previously listed. Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's just the same description, so that's not even their fault. It's just hard to make anything like... It's hard to make it work. It's like, hypothetically, at level 21, it's only 9% for tier 7. You're not going to be using landmine. Lightning... Well, I should say lightning bolts. Unless it's like all lightning damage. It's just lightning bolt. I don't know why it's cut off like that. Lightning does seem like useful. Landmine, I don't know, man. Like, let me see. What is damage from firewalls is increased 25%, so that's been changed. Magic arrow damage is increased. Disrupting rays increase. I mean, yeah, you could have done like 2 more landmines, maybe. None of these are increasing the effectiveness of the spells in a different method. Increasing Frenzy's attack bonus. 9% more attack bonus. I mean, it's a meme, but that's alright. I think that's about it for Factory for now. As always, I'll probably play the Cove campaign hopefully before the end of this month. I'm gonna wait because I know that there have been some issues already. I think one of the scenarios are in Russian completely still. It hasn't been properly translated, and there are still some other crashes that are occurring for other people, so I'm gonna wait for that to be fixed before I do a playthrough, because I don't really want to use saves a lot, so it's not really a preventable thing. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed my initial impressions of Factory, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.